I've actually already seen that DJ has posted.
Already?
So this is whilst we're getting ready. I don't know what time he sent that. Does it tell us what time? I've actually already seen that. No, I'll just no, mute myself. It doesn't actually say what time it was. Toggle timestamps. There we go. 8:51. So it was actually 10 minutes before we even started, but we're now 10 minutes over when we should have started. So there is that. What do you think about making DJ a moderator on YouTube?
I mean, if he wants to.
Too late. Already done.
Literally got no issues with it. Oh, okay. So much for that then.
It took too long to reply.
It literally took like 5 seconds just to think about it.
And that was far too long. Alright, let's boot us up into some... I'll just close it. Why is I still got everything open from work?
The streamer's got the old thumbnail. Oh, that's disgraceful.
It said it had the new one, to be fair, but screw it.
Graceful. It's just shoddy.
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 How's it going, DJ? Anyway, welcome everyone to the stream so far, and let's launch your favourite game.
My favourite game or your favourite game?
Everyone's favourite game.
Correct answer.
FIFA 22.
Oh, I don't have that on PC. I don't even have it on PlayStation.
You do have it on
I can't
PC
even
because
remember.
it's EA Play.
Oh, is it available now? Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough. In that case, I do have that.
Sorry, DJ. Yeah, I I did ask Chris. He didn't reply, so I gave you a moderator anyway. In fairness, his response was, yeah, and then you'd already got it. So
Yeah, pretty much. That's how quick I'm allowed to answer. What class are you playing as today, then?
I'm just gonna go Trickster. You know what? I started off loving Pyro.
Yeah.
And you know what? I fell out of love with Pyro.
Really?
I can't say much, but I even tried Pyro recently. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
And I prefer Trickster.
Right.
I'm gonna stick with the Trickster, I think, from now on. Also, I just realised I've left bloody Streamlabs open behind the game, so I can't see any chat.
Oh, well done.
Let's move that there. Let's move that one there. Oh my god, that's gone big. Is what she said. What is going on? What am I doing? That's no worries, DJ. As I say, I saw the options give you moderator and I thought, you know what? Who's always here? Is friendly?
Me.
I mean, you just butt in when I said it's friendly, so...
Yeah, me.
If you had butt in when I said who's always here, I could maybe have accepted that.
It's me, regardless of the answer. It's me.
How's it going, Mr. Gunny? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you all being here today, tonight, this evening, this afternoon, this morning, whichever one it is for you.
And my question is, who's
you know
going to
how
be
I've just been
early
shitting on
and get
the
in?
pyro? It's bloody
Yeah.
put pyro on for me.
What's wrong with the pyro?
I want Trickster.
Oof.
You know, I really should get my Devastator up as well.
You probably should.
Even my Techno.
Do you know why? Devastator, best class.
Oof. Big words.
Remember the time that everyone just went, oh, someone that person's playing a Devastator, can't wait to kick them out of my lobby.
Ah, the best time.
Devastator is best class.
How's it going, Swimmy? Welcome all to the stream.
So my question for everyone that's currently in the stream.
Oh.
Well, actually, two questions.
Oh.
One's really, really easy, and obviously you can answer that as within like one word.
A drink up.
And the second one
I only have alcohol.
is going to probably need a sentence from you all. So first one, who's going to enter the join the queue nice and early?
I should probably turn it on first, shouldn't I?
You probably should do. But that's food for thought for all of them to have a think about. And do you know what the second question is now?
Is it? Where do babies come from?
It's not. It's actually going to be to do with Outriders. Can you believe that?
Where do baby Outriders come from?
No. So currently, we've seen 3 brand new legendary weapons been revealed over on the Outriders socials.
In my defense, I've only seen
So
2 of them. I've not checked out the third one yet.
yeah. So we've had the
Oh no, is the third one the
Deathscape?
sniper?
Yeah, the one that
Oh,
summons the Twister.
I have seen something about. I've not seen much
So we've
about
got
it.
the-
I have seen.
So we've got the
something about it.
Deathscape that does Toxic and summons those little skulls. We've got the Sunfall, which, as everyone seems to be calling, is the Hammer of Dawn from Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've also got the Vortex with obviously the Twister. So,
How's it
which
going, David?
one is everyone so excited about, and why? I think that's how we got to kick this off.
The queue does not seem to be working because Dallas has tried to join twice now and it's not worked.
Oh no. Well, you know what we can do in that case, because you're only aware of Dallas that's tried. We'll get Dallas straight in.
You get Dallas in. I'm gonna restart. The
Are you
chat
joining me,
box.
or am I joining you? Since
I'm already in the
Techno.
game, but are you going techno? I suppose I could join you.
I'm techno because I'm not worthy to be able to play Devastator right now.
Is that because you've messed up your class?
Do you know why? Because Devastator is best class.
You messed up your
No, it's not. No, I'm pretty sure it's already ready to go. But I do need to dismantle it and change it into something for some videos for next week. Need to get some nice footage. Anyway, let's grab that code then.
Oh wait, I need to reopen the queue again. That could be why.
So let's have a look what we've got in the chat so far. So
Hey, Babylon's in the queue. Welcome back.
So DJ's only seen one of the weapons. Oh, you need to see all of them. You need to see all of them. Sights to behold is how I would put that.
You're nearly there, Dallas.
Is Pyro?
You're nearly there.
As Pyro, James Weaver's looking forward to the Sunfall, which is the one that caught my eye straight away.
How's it going, Tempest? Welcome to the stream.
And Story says depends on the class he's playing by the looks of things. I think I may be able to spot why Dallas hasn't been able to join the queue.
The first couple of times, I think he got it right. It was actually the queue was just being open, basically.
But this is for Dallas anyway. So there you go, Dallas. We'll give you a pass on that one. We'll clearly autocorrector's not working for you.
I've also got Nightbot helping us out, dropping
Oh, yeah?
a few
What's
messages
Nightbot?
there every so often. So if you look in the chat, you can see join us on our amazing Discord. We have a friendly community that we'd love for you to be a part of, and then a Discord link.
That's true. That's accurate. That right there.
And there's also other things about donations, and that's all so far. I've not actually added many other things, but I will start to add more things to the Nightbot as time goes on. When is WorldSlayer out? That is June the 30th, or
Unless you
Or-
pre-order.
June 28th if you pre-order. So not long now. Boy, am I thirsty right now. Annoyingly, I've only got bloody alcohol. I forgot to bring a drink up.
June 30th. It's not that far away when you really think about it.
It's less than 2 months.
2 months? I knew you were going to say that.
Well, yeah, because it's less than 2 months.
Because it's accurate, yeah. It's less than 2 months, yeah.
What's 2 plus 2? 4. I knew you was going to say 4.
Exactly. Well, to be fair, in this case, you could have actually been a bit more specific, technically. You, for all I know, you probably could have started counting the days.
Nah.
There
Why
you
would
go.
I count that there's only 54 days to go?
Did you just do that?
No, I just randomly
Or
picked
have you
out a
just
number.
guessed?
Hey Google, how many days until June 30th?
The 30th of June 2022 is in
Oh.
56 days.
Oh,
What did I say?
close.
54.
54.
Not a bad guess. Not a good guess either, really. It's Dallas isn't in yet.
Bloody shocking, that's what it was.
How much will it be? So you can actually pre-order it now for something. How much can you pre-order it for?
It depends whereabouts.
Thanks
like
for
in the
the
world
follow
you
there,
are.
Fluffy.
But if I went to my Steam page right now, and I went to my store page, and then it double-checked my birth date,
Should I get another code for Dallas?
you can buy it now for $29.69. That's currently in Great British Pounds, but obviously that will vary a little bit depending on whereabouts you are. That's just for the upgrade. That's just purely for the DLC. So if you are looking to be able to get the game as well, for whatever reason, in case you're watching this right now and you've been living under a rock for the last year and a bit for what Outriders actually is, and you've never owned a copy, then you can actually on Steam buy both of them for £44.50. Or as an alternative, you could probably go onto, if you're on PC or something like that, you could probably go onto like one of those key sites and potentially buy.
We don't talk
maybe,
about
maybe
those.
slightly cheaper.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I'm just saying that, to be able to buy the DLC, that's the main thing that we're trying to ship right now.
It's true.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you that if you haven't owned this game after a year and you've been watching our content and you know of our streams and all that, and you don't even own the game.
I don't watch. I don't watch Outrider streams of Babylon's. Disgusting. I'm not sure if Dallas is joining or not.
Dallas, just to let you know, the code that's currently in the chat right now, you can actually use that to be able to join us. You don't need to keep typing the exclamation mark join for you. We'll put you as number 1 in the queue. We've seen you try. We'll give you a 1 for effort.
Gonna pop us into an expedition. Let's just get things rolling, and then if he joins mid game, it means he gets another go.
What would you like, a chem plant?
Just a
Chem
chem
plant.
plant,
Chem plant is always a good one to start on, isn't it?
Always camp plans if you can.
Birthday 17th of June. Ooh. I mean, if someone was really nice in the chat, they'd buy that for you for your birthday.
Hey, we're in the chat.
Speaking of which, then, I'm going to ask you, because I haven't asked you before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you now while we're on stream. Should we do something to potentially, get a copy of WorldSlayer out there to the masses?
I was thinking, say, shall we celebrate your birthday on Saturday?
No, we won't celebrate my birthday on Saturday.
Well, I'm coming round anyway.
That's what you think. You can come round, I'm not letting you in.
I've already been invited in by Beth. So. I'm also going to bring you the most expensive present I have ever gotten for you.
Just a pound from each of you will be good.
To be fair, we have 20 viewers, so we're almost there.
That's true, actually. That is true.
We're not far off. I should not be eating chocolate.
So what do you think, Dan? Do you think we should do something along those lines, or
We could offer a copy of WorldSlayer out to someone.
are you trying to begin?
Yeah.
What about Dallas? Yeah. Can't start without me.
Cheers, Swimmy.
I tell you what,
People say it's a long time coming for me, but it's been 13 years.
All right, we'll have a think. We'll have a discussion in the background, and we'll see what we can come up with to be able to enter it.
Oh, top node only says damage instead of weapon damage. That does sound feisty.
Oh, see, now you're going to love the video that's coming out tomorrow.
Let's start. If he hops in mid game, he gets an extra go.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. DJ, in that case, yes, you're going to absolutely love the video that's going to be coming out tomorrow. Not that I'm completely biased, since I made the video or anything. But oh boy.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Oh
What a video.
boy.
It's basically the start of a new series.
Is it a series of unfortunate events? Oh well, he just melted.
Yep. What happens when you have an anomaly enhancement on the first day?
I really am looking forward to seeing these Apocalypse gears. What you can do with them.
Meme builds? Oh, my good sir. Guarantee you it won't be a meme build.
Oh yeah,
We will be doing meme builds at some point, because guarantee there's going to be some kind of room for customization in that kind of regard. It's
what's that? A death shield with the body snatcher on it. Top tier meme build.
There you go. There you go. There's a topic for one video from us, which is can I make body snatcher viable? I mean, granted, we have to see like all the new mods and all that kind of thing that's coming out with.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ruin this death shield in a moment. After this expedition, I'm gonna put body snatcher on instead of dark sacrifice.
Ooh,
just for the lols.
Interesting.
See how you like it. Wait, what?
See ya. Wait, how would that affect me? There we go. He's joined.
Oh, 4.4 mil. Hello. What do you think then? Do you think body snatcher death shield?
Ugh. I think you're in for a miserable time.
I probably am. I'm not even going to try and deny it.
Either that or I'm in for a miserable time because I'll be reminded that the bloody body snatcher exists.
Imagine if it's actually the best build ever and just no one's done it. Just no one.
Yeah, do you know why no one's done it? Do you know why no one's done it? Because it's bloody awful. That's why. It's on one of the best looking guns in the whole blooming game.
You know what? I'm going to set up an interview with one of the PCF developers, and it's going to be the one that's created the body snatcher. And I'm going to let you question him on it.
Why did you make this so awful? Why is this a thing? We're about to lose our ambassadorship right there.
No, because I'm then gonna. It's going to be like the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. Because I'm going to then have my say, and I'm going to defend the body snatcher. I'm going to defend that body snatcher.
There's nothing defendable about the body snatcher.
Fluffy says, "Long live the memes." So we do have some viewers on Twitch at the moment as well, just to let you know.
Yeah. Have any of those partaken then?
As of yet, 9. Oh. And by 9 I mean no.
Oh. So that's pretty good going, to be fair.
That's a good point, actually. Does Bang Join work on Twitch? Have I got that set up to work with it? I hope so.
Hope so.
Maybe we should, test it out at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Oh god, I missed with the bloody... Oh, why have I got such an itchy nose? I think it's hay fever. My tricks is already in one of the meme builds, but two of the Brimo's resist effects. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the... was it 700% extra damage if you use a spin to win build? My trickster. Spin to win is actually going to be fun, I think.
So just to give you all an inside information as to what's actually happening tomorrow, so we do have a video releasing at 1 PM GMT, or is it BST? BST, isn't it?
British
summertime, isn't it?
I was going to say British Standard Time for a second. I was like, no, it's not standard. There's nothing
so,
standard about it.
So 1 PM BST, which it's going to be starting a new series. It's going to be talking about, basically, if you want to know everything about what we believe to be for the WorldSlayer, we're going to be the best place to be able to be. Not biased or anything, But we're going to have a look into some of the top builds.
John. I hope everything gets better for you, to be fair.
And we're gonna look into it, everything that we currently know. So we're actually prepared. And basically look into how we can make some of these builds better with all the apocalypse, all the PAX trees, and all that kind of thing, and try and predict what's actually going to be the best for every single build. That's the plan.
My prediction is that Technomancer is still going to be stupidly ridiculously OP, and you do not need to choose any other class.
That's why you're incorrect, Dan. Because as we established earlier today in the stream, Devastator is best class.
Well, this actually is crazy fun when you have a trickster little dev on your team and you snatch the enemy whilst they're in mid animation, trying jumping for them. Will that 7% last with you, or is it counted? I think I'd have to double check my notes, but I think it was per monster. Unfortunately, I think you stack the damage on that enemy.
I think that was the case with PAX tree. Pretty confident that's what you told me.
I'm pretty certain it was as well. Boom, shakalaka, boom, boom, shakalaka.
So me, everything that's public knowledge. Not getting caught out like that.
What did you do with it?
It's disabled. I'll see if Zahidi can take a look at it.
Everything that's available for public
Yes,
knowledge.
everything that's available for everyone to already know about, basically. So the idea of this is to be able to predict, without having any kind of like gameplay or anything like that, is to predict in advance.
Oh.
And then when WorldSlayer does actually drop, we'll then review all of these builds again, and we'll actually go through what's the best for every single one of them. And who knows, maybe even some new builds. We don't know what's dropping. Or do we know what's dropping? No, we don't know, but can we imagine?
I mean, technically we don't know what's dropping, because anything can change in the
Anything
next
can change.
56 days.
I mean, it's public knowledge that we've been in the beta, but
Oh, do you think if WorldSlayer does well, that we'll get an Outriders 2?
well, you already know my stance on this because we actually had a conversation about this the other day. Was it yesterday?
I think it might have been yesterday.
So I'll let you answer first, and then I'll repeat my answer.
To be honest, my answer is the same as your answer. That I think if WorldSlayer does well, then they have no reason to not continue working on the series. Be that extra DLC or a whole new game, and I think I'm semi with you with what your answer is. But personally, I'd like to see them create some more expeditions whilst working on an Outriders 2, if that is what they're looking to do.
Okay. So my opinion on this is it's kind of influenced by the beta, but not fully.
Thank you for the there, Paul.
So in a way, what they've done so far with this, granted we had all the issues that played at launch. There's no getting around that. Unfortunately, that's always going to. Oh, we've lost Dallas. Oh, he said thanks for the run. Oh, I think he's disappeared. Fair enough.
Exclamation mark join if anyone wants to join us. I don't think we have anyone in the queue at the minute.
In that case, Dallas, do you want to pop back in if no one else is in the queue?
It was Dallas is in the queue technically.
If you're still available and all that, we'll quite happily wait up. So they've had all the issues that plagued around it. Everything gave it a bad reception within like the first couple of weeks of launch, which is understandable, and it's you can't get around it anymore. It's happened, whatever. I do believe that they've gone from strength to strength. Yeah, I do think that everyone's gone strength. It's gone strength to strength since then. They spoke to community. They've done a lot with releasing like weekly updates back last year. They gave us New Horizons, which was completely free. That just added in a few more expeditions and kind of expanded the mechanics of what Outriders could be potentially, and added in a few more functionality because obviously they listened to community and added those in. And then obviously they got to work on WorldSlayer, which WorldSlayer literally was not even in the plans when Outriders launched. And I think they've done a great job in terms of like trying to be able to spin that round within a year onto a game that literally had no plans to be able to have some DLC because the need and the desire for that kind of content was there.
You carry on talking. I just want to go grab a drink.
Personally, I would be happy if they genuinely just went, "This is the only DLC for this game," and then they got to work on Outriders 2. So that was the conversation I had with Dan. I said I would be very happy with this DLC if they just left it as that, rather than continually just doing more and more DLCs to be able to add in new features and all that kind of thing. I would genuinely be happy if they did that, left the title as it is with this DLC, as like a high point for what Outriders actually is, if they then got to work on Outriders 2, and then we saw it in the next 2 years or something like that. I think I would be happy with that. In terms of like the end game for this, it was always going to be limited for the fact it's not a live service. And there's no plans for that to change with the launch of WorldSlayer. Whether that's something they'll consider with Outriders 2, who knows? But I think that's potentially where they actually have to. The launch of WorldSlayer is really going to be what tells and determines how this is going to go. So if this is kind of a lukewarm like launch, then maybe they'll do some more like smaller DLCs rather than actually getting onto a new game. Maybe they'll continually work on this one until it's in a good state and everyone's like, actually, I'd be looking forward to a sequel. And then maybe they'll actually start work on it. But if WorldSlayer launches and it goes great and everyone's really happy and everyone's like, wow, this is great, I fell in love with Outriders once again, then I imagine they'll just stop the development altogether and then just go straight on to Outriders 2. That's my personal stance. I'm open to other people's opinions. I'd love to know what you all thought. Yeah, go for it, Dallas. Yeah, let me grab another code. Just because it's a little bit easier when I do it that way. And remember, everyone else that's currently in the chat, just make sure you type in !join, all one word, and that just puts you into the queue, and we'll be able to get you in and just get a few more runs. And get the all-important resources ready for when WorldSlayer does actually drop. Let's have a look through the chat then. Machine Zero says, I like you guys, but I can't forgive this game. Well, I fully appreciate the fact that you'd like us. I suppose that's something to take from this.
That is nice to hear in some ways.
So I get it. I mean, I understand some people are going to have really bad thoughts about Outriders. I get it. It's we don't think anything less of people that actually still think that way because it was an unfortunate launch. But I will always stand by it and say that it has actually done quite well now, and it's probably in the best place it could actually be. And then they already addressed the issue that was with the launch, with the connectivity and all that kind of thing. So I think they're now in a really good position to actually launch the DLC. As long as the DLC launches without a hitch, then I can't see any reason why it would go negative. I really can't.
Can I say, Paul Oaktree has said, I hope they keep supporting Outriders and hopefully they migrate the game to Unreal Engine 5 and keep expanding the map and story of Enoch. And yet I would 100% love to see that get moved over to Unreal Engine 5, and Unreal Tournament 5, Unreal Engine 5. I just think, this is me not knowing much about game development, but I just feel like a newer engine surely has got to have much, much better features. It's not all about obviously the graphics and stuff, it's going to be about what you can actually implement into the game, so I think that'd be great.
Could you imagine with ray tracing Outriders 4? It's already a stunning game, could you imagine it with ray tracing?
Oh. It's got DLSS already.
You want me to raise your soldiers?
That's only like part.
Savo says smaller DLC for Outriders would be better. They shouldn't make Outriders 2 entirely as a separate game. They should just expand on Outriders, which I kind of agree with and disagree with. I think how Paul Oaktree has mentioned, I think it would be great to see an Outriders 2 in Unreal Engine 5, because that would just be an improvement across the board, or in theory.
I would genuinely love to know if WorldSlayer does well, and considering how many calls for this game to be live service there have actually been, would they consider it for Outriders 2?
They would definitely need a whole team dedicated to Outriders for that. I'm not
True,
saying they
but
don't
I
have. I
mean,
mean, they've got.
if WorldSlayer
Let's say, for
launches
example,
one.
PCF John and Goran, for example, are in the official Outriders Discord. I almost feel like they are probably very heavily focused on things like Outriders, but they probably have other things to do on other games as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I think they would need to have a team pretty much dedicated to certain aspects of the game. So you obviously got like holiday content, so obviously Christmas content you do, Halloween content, and all that good stuff. Alongside of maybe having like different seasons of Outriders in terms of not necessarily like a potentially like a battle pass kind of dealio. Something to bring you back to play constantly. I think if it's going to be game as a live service or games as a service, or it is, then I think they'd need to also bring in microtransactions to cover the cost of building the team up, which I'm happy with, as long as it's not pay to win. It's just what's the word I'm thinking of? Things that look good. Cosmetics, that's one. Things that look good.
Things that look good for 500 maybe.
Well, I'd be entirely happy with that, to be fair.
I've just thought of a really good poll to put up.
10%
I'm actually kind of curious.
It look forward to getting stuck into it. Maybe DLC along the way, as Outriders 2 will be a long way off, I imagine. 100% I think it would be a long way off. It's probably potentially like another 2-3 years if they started building it today. Unreal Engine 5, for example.
Can't let him have it.
It's I forgot to put the bloody pod snatch on, didn't I? I think it's going to be a long way off before we get that. That's why I would want potentially a team to work on more expeditions and whatnot.
There we go. I'll ask that. There's a poll. Because I'm actually kind of curious on the community's stance on that.
I can't see the poll at the minute. What was the question?
So basically, it was would you pay like a small amount, so like less than £10? Obviously, feel free to figure out what that means in your local currency if you're not English. And
10 barrels of
would you pay that? Would you pay that to have some more expeditions or something like that, or like an expedition pack?
I can't remember where I saw it now. I saw someone mention they would happily pay. So like, it was about £10 every couple of months, or 2 to 3 months for say like 4 more expeditions or something.
I'm just curious what the general consensus is. I mean, I know what some people have said. It kind of says if it's in good standing then, if that's the case. Like, would it be well received?
So I would definitely pay
No.
towards
It says no. That's fair enough. I mean, there's no wrong answer in this. I'm generally just curious. I feel like asking. Sorry, as a suggestion, I thought.
Bertie says
not?
microtransactions would kill the game. Just make content. I think the problem with just making content is you would still have to find a way of funding that. So you would have to probably buy the DLC. But Paul Oaktree says microtransactions are great. Some people basically pay for the servers and running costs, while people like me only pays for actual content. Which, yeah, I think microtransactions. So at the end of the day, that's a bad example. Then I was going to say things like Call of Duty. You don't get an advantage, but technically you do, because you've got the sometimes early access to weapon attachments and whatnot. But everyone can get to that point at some point, I think. But the cosmetic side of things don't give an advantage to anything, especially in a game like this. You'd just have, I want a fancy blue gun, and you'd pay a £5 for it. And it's all up to what you want to see on your guns, really. Yeah, some people pay a lot of money on the Destiny. Some people pay nothing. You just enjoy the game for what it is. At the end of the day, with that, really, oh god, there's someone floating. You're actually technically having your ability to play a game paid for by someone else, and if that person is happy to do so, then fair enough. Like, there's no reason to stop them being able to do that. To pay
Remember
10
that
quid,
freak
20
I
quid,
fought
30
last
quid,
time?
whatever a
The
month
one who
for
nearly buried me alive?
Am I gonna have to dig you out of the rubble again?
for something that
Not
they
this
want.
time.
Something like that's how I bought. Was it John McClane, didn't I, on Warzone? Who
Either.
doesn't want to run around as John McClane?
Me, because you couldn't
Absolutely.
actually see us.
No, but
That's
you can hear him, his voice lines and stuff.
Maybe it got stuck in the tube.
I do agree in that sense.
That's the thing
like,
with first person guy. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I bought it for someone else to look at.
Hell of a job, Outrider. Hell of a job.
But I mean, the guns and stuff. Obviously, you pay for that.
Oh yeah,
they
the
look
guns
fancy. You
all
get
right
to see them.
sometimes do that. Yeah.
Definitely, they'll say.
That's
"Ooh." With the guns, you don't get any advantage other than you might have something a little bit earlier than other people. But you can pretty much grind to max level on a gun within a couple of hours, can't you? So
I think Call of Duty is a bad example.
It is a bad example in a way,
They've,
but-
they've had blueprints that have actually done more in the past when they weren't
that's
supposed to.
accidentally, though, really.
It was accidental, but they have. I'm pretty sure it's happened more than once. So, but you know, it happens. But
Armed for games said he would pay for cosmetics as well, as long as it's not overpriced. Yeah, as long as it's not Valorant.
well, you say Valorant, but I'd argue and just say, well, Counter-Strike was the one that really kicked that one off.
Yeah, but Counter-Strike is purely based on what you think is worth paying for that item. So, for example, let's not go into the £1.5 million knives that you can get. A £150 knife is because supply and demand. If someone's happy to pay £150 for it, then they will do. Valorant is that they've gone and literally just gone, here's the price. You either pay it or you don't. There's no ability to get that skin for £1.49 by getting it from a chest and a key.
Shall we?
It's all about you either spend 100 quid on a game and get the skin, or you're a dirty little pauper. And honestly, I'm a dirty little pauper.
How much the skins cost in Valorant? Because it's been a while since I've had it downloaded. I can't remember.
Yeah, you pay for something like Division, because you can see your own skin, can't you, on that? I need to grab my gear. Let's put Body Snatcher
Okay, so
on.
it's not as much as I remember it being, but it can be like £30 a skin. Depending, like this is like the premium.
Oh wow, I've got a tier 3 mod that I've not unlocked yet.
So
I have no idea what that is. Probably Body Snatcher. What does Body Snatcher look like these days?
what, the mod?
Yeah. I've honestly never
Uh,
used it.
Good. It's bloody awful. Probably recognise it as soon as I see it, to be fair.
Ah, got it.
Yeah. Oof.
Let's see how bad this is then.
Bloody awful.
£10 is not a reasonable price for one. I think Expedition. It isn't Call of Duty, and it's
Oh no, I'm not saying like one. I'm
no,
saying
let's say
like
for a few.
let's say for example like New Horizon came with 4. Let's say 4 or 5. Oh, delayed. I think might
yeah.
still be modding stuff.
Yeah, if you
Let's
said
theoretically say 4 or
for
5.
for 4 expeditions, then it's every 3-4 months. It's not bad, really.
But it doesn't
Okay.
replace any of the existing ones, so you keep all those.
Mm-hmm.
These are just extra. And let's say, for argument's sake, let's just say it is a repeat of New Horizons, so one of them does have an Easter egg that comes with a secret boss. For argument's sake.
That's how I'd 100% be down for it, to be fair.
Okay, that's good.
Let's go Body Snatcher. I just hope every enemy that I kill is it pulls in another one that is that enemy that you're about to shoot. He's there going, oh,
That's why I'm glad Dallas isn't running Endless Mass so far.
Caught sight of a strange rock.
Yeah, if it's just a money grab, then I completely agree. It's I'm against paying towards something that's just literally, oh, let's do this for a bit of extra cash in the pocket. If it's something, let's you know, we've worked hard on this, so we deserve some extra money to keep us going. You know, to keep us fed, and to allow us to continue to make more in the future. Are you killing things before I can, just so that I don't...
Yep. Your problem? Actually made it easier to kill that one. Oh, fair enough.
This might not be a terrible shout.
No, it is a terrible shout. It's a terrible bloody mod.
Oh damn it, I ran out of bullets. I wasn't checking my ammo.
See?
Problem is I'm dealing less damage now, so it's making it a bit harder for me. I hate when Easter eggs say get good. Oof.
That was the best part of the Easter egg. Oh no, sorry. The best part was when it said parry this, you filthy casual. That was the best part.
I'm not sure what I did then, but I think I just deactivated my bloody time rift.
I assume you know of.
Yeah.
Because I know we haven't.
So we've never lost against Harbinger Hander of Heads. We're just that good.
Get good, and then just boot you out. Brilliant.
Yeah, if people can use the game as income for the next few years, as long as it's got the right morals, I'm happy with it.
Game's already got its dedicated fan base as such, doesn't it? I mean, it's good it's included in there. It has a fan base. That's love the game regardless. You know what the stupid part about it is? I don't think I've really booted up Tiny Tina's in like a couple of weeks.
I've not played the new DLC yet.
Yeah, there's not much to it, to be completely honest with you.
I've read that it's disappointing, and
It is a lot,
I don't
to be fair.
usually go by what other people say, but I kind of do believe it. I trust the people.
It's just because all the other DLCs have actually been like full-on story modes and stuff like that in the past with Borderlands.
Sombra's never lived long enough to hear the the other quotes.
Some good loot, but you know, people are paid for an experience rather than just new loot.
There's a passage leading below the meteorite. Yep. Reach the moment. Beasts found themselves a pod. I'm gonna ask if they're willing to give it back.
I'm gonna ask to give it back.
Excuse me. What was that? Yeah.
But it says devs don't deserve anyone's free cash. It is a market. Produce engaging, clever content, and the checks will write themselves. I fully agree. I'm not saying donate to them just to help them live. Because let's be honest, they do a job for that reason, to make money.
Yeah. And,
If they don't do
you
their
get paid
job,
for something that people want.
if they don't do their job, then I fully agree. You shouldn't get paid. But let's be honest, other than the beginning of this game, they have done a good job, really. I know a lot of people say, oh, they've abandoned the game and not talked to the community about it, but in reality, they've been spending as much time as possible building on the game to create WorldSlayer.
And they've involved the community in the beta for the first. That's an interesting call. Like, I know the ambassadors got first look in when the game was just launching, but to have members of the public. Well, that's probably a bad way to put it, because I feel like I'm a member of the public. But
Nah, we're an ambassador.
but to let everyone have a go, I think is quite an interesting take.
I suppose if you can get, how many ambassadors are there? So quite it, hundreds,
Oh god,
I found
yeah,
a
something
pod
like that.
down here,
It's probably got
guarded
close to
by
that.
monsters.
or
I've secured it.
have
There's a rock
2,500
sample for you to play with.
members of the public play it,
I can't wait to run the test.
then
Strange that the monsters are interested in
They get more
you're going to
opinions,
get
don't
more
they?
of,
That's
more of a wider range of results and
Or they're
answers
just
and
attracted to
whatnot
big
as well.
shiny things.
No one's been streaming this week. Yeah, no worries, MJ. So we weren't on Tuesday because I think Chris was a bit tired.
Monday.
Or Tuesday.
Oh, we don't normally stream on a Tuesday.
I know, but still. I meant Monday, but also we weren't on Tuesday.
I was, to be fair. I was very drained. I still am. I don't know what's wrong with me, to be honest with you. I'm
What's right with you?
oh. No, but in all seriousness,
Yeah, but seriously, what?
I have no idea. I'm just genuinely tired. I don't know. I've had some really good sleeps ever since, because I've been feeling a little bit run down. But hey ho.
Hey ho.
What country is it live in?
Hey, Sandra. You guys can type join. Yeah, you can press join. Press join. Type exclamation mark join, and you can hop in with us as well.
It's true because
Let's
currently
talk
it's
need of a piece to work on the game and present everything. Yeah, 100%.
the dullest show at the moment.
I mean, let's be honest. It doesn't take that long for you to reply to someone, say yes, we are working on something. But at the same time, getting your head down, focused, and also screw body snatcher 68 million. Yeah, that's it.
Told you.
I'm happy for them to get their heads down and get WorldSlayer completed, to be honest. So I have no qualms with them for
Oh,
being quiet.
no
No
qualms.
qualms.
No.
We got it's Nightbot. I keep reading Nightbot as well. We greatly appreciate. Oh no, it's me.
No.
What country do they live? If by they you mean people can fly, they actually have people across the world. So they have them in Ukraine, they have them in Russia, they have them in Poland, they have them in England, they have them in, I believe, Germany. That's one of them. But no, they have them across
Poland's the main one. That I
loads
know
of
about.
yeah.
But
Mainly
I'm pretty sure they
Poland,
also
I
have an
believe,
office
but-
in the UK.
Yeah,
if I
they are
remember.
across the world. To be fair.
Yeah. Oh, you're changing.
I was. I no longer am.
So for anyone that wasn't around when first asked the question, obviously we've seen 3 new guns, new legendaries, be dropped by the Outriders socials. What's everyone's take on those so far? Obviously these are only 3 of them that we've seen so far. So
Yeah, DJ, they're located across the world, really. I don't know how far they spread, like whether they spread to like Japan and all that jazz. like that widespread. Australia, you know.
I'll pay the 28,000.
Oh, what cosmetics am I wearing? What am I wearing? So headgear.
That's torrential downpour chest piece by the looks of things.
Headgear is the Trespasser's cowl, so I've not changed that one. Torrential downpour's armor, yeah. Tuka leg armor. And I'll go through the rest once it loads in. Bit of a mismatch, really, with what I've chosen.
Just a bit.
I need you to read.
Oh, mine's changed as well, to be fair. I've just
I
noticed.
don't know why I've gone for what I've gone for, to be honest. I just went for stuff that looked pretty.
We'll go for the Mass Effect look.
I do love the fact that you can just go for like, oh, you know what, today I'm going to be a pyro.
No.
With a torrential downpour coat.
Mm. Oh, man.
I'm not sure if it's working.
Event. What's working?
I'm not sure if its rounds is working. It's firing normal bullets.
Oh.
That's just a thing.
I mean, when I just looked at it, it looked like it was on the gun.
Okay. My gun's not changed because it usually goes blue and whatnot. Nah, it's not changed at all.
No.
It could be exacerbated and then instantly teleported.
It's definitely showing on my side.
Dave says Trickster is the final class I'm playing. Devastator was my first. Go figure.
Yeah. Trickster.
You say that, but you've literally never really tried Trickster.
That's not true. I'm to level 24.
That's why I said never really tried.
Looks like they were collecting corpses.
That level 24 was me carrying you from 1 to 24.
So reasons range
Yeah.
from
Trickster is worst
spontaneous
class.
to extreme loneliness.
Why is that, Chris?
I just need that facility
I don't know,
cleared.
just
I think
feel
they're
like
up to
Trickster is worst
something,
class.
Outrider.
Like, I feel like they were best class to be able to like go through the campaign with. But I feel like overall they're worst class.
I think they're probably one of the most fun classes, to be fair. Teleporting around, getting close to your enemy, slaughtering them one by one.
You know what else
Sometimes
does that?
multiple times.
Devastator.
Nah, Devastator just jumps.
This place reeks.
Or as a pyro that loves firepower builds, I'm very happy with the Pax Tree and Ascension. I'll finally be able to have a lot of bullets on my TAC ARs.
You think those bodies are food?
I mean, it's a good call with that 200%.
200%, isn't it? Yeah.
Alive?
200% weapon, and that's not even like including anything else that you can have. Like,
With the Ascension, you can
Extended
get an
max.
extra I don't know what the max exactly was, like 15% or something.
Well, you can have
If
there's an
you're
armor
going
piece
to
that gives you
die
an
in
increased
there,
mag
can you
size
let
as
me
well.
know so I don't waste any more
Isn't
time
that so?
on this damn radio.
Is there?
Yeah,
Is this public knowledge?
yeah. It only increases by 10% then.
Oh. That's right then. As long as it's common knowledge.
100% is common knowledge. I was able to get my bullets back. Oh.
Good thing with me is if I run out of bullets, I spam to try and use my skill, and it cancels out the reloads. So then use my skill, which then fully reloads.
No,
That's why Trix is best class.
no, Trix is terrible. Trickster wishes it was every other class. I like that.
Anyone see the Pyromancer's pack trees? Holy shit. Yeah, they do look amazing. It's a bit of a worry that they might just make Pyros even more OP than they currently are. But I look forward to seeing what happens. We have William Denton in the queue now.
Well, hey. See, out of all the pack trees,
Smells like a sewer. They're way
as much as I love
Most
Devastator,
likely, well, you'll have
as
to
much as
wade
I think
your
the
way
Pyro
through
has got a
bullshit.
really good pack tree,
Yeah. We know the
and as much as the Trickster sounds
Marshall, when your legs don't work,
almost borderline
you would just
broken
float
with
on
certain
top of
skills,
bullshit like a log.
Both.
I still think that the Technomancer has got probably the most interesting pack tree. And that's just purely for the fact that it's going to have a support build. Which we've not really seen much, like, in the way of before now. With any class. Like, we've seen debuffs, don't get me wrong, but not seen dedicated support builds. Which makes you wonder, what do you need support builds for? And if they're actively giving us support builds, why?
Are you scared?
I mean, there's got to be something to it, right?
I mean, I guess level 75 enemies might do that too.
You might need it. I mean, more ammo, more health, more damage. You know, there's got to be a reason for these support builds. Tempest thinks Dev's got the worst one. Ooh.
Oof.
I'm a bit surprised at that. I'm going to ask you then, in that case, Tempest, why do you think they got the worst?
The other dirt wants our toys and the pod. Let's feed them to the target practice instead. Let it up, Jimmy!
Target practice with your fancy weapon. That's
Oh,
Microtransactions rounds keeps activating and instantly deactivating itself.
idiots.
Interesting.
interesting suggestion there, DJ.
That's
to
a
be
good
fair.
suggestion. I
'Cause
think
what does
what
stop the
they've
next
got
trick?
now, though, in terms of the trees, probably are going to stick. Yeah, okay. Every time I use... I've not got my rounds. That's annoying. Every time I use it, it instantly disappears.
Fine, Tricks don't need them. Tricks the best class, right?
Yeah. I've never had this happen before.
Oh yeah. I bet you tell all the guys that, don't you? Ooh.
All the guys.
Yeah.
No. It's funny, I just literally use the skill that goes boom,
It goes pudding.
boom.
Flame fire. Yes, sir.
Oh god. It works on this gun. It works on the other gun. Woo. It's like you and your bloody tiny teams.
What do you mean? Oh, the
Where you just couldn't shoot.
gun that just would not shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surgeons had a fancy
Just made the noise.
testing on the creatures.
Pew, 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 pew.
That Corwin.
Good work, my friend. Bring it all back?
Songs is hosting
and
today.
Offer remains on the table. I need a new second in command.
I'll pass, and I think I'll hold on to my spoils as well.
What? This was my mission, my intel. You can't
What?
just.
Guy's been playing the
What?
brass out his ass for long enough. Happy to be on your team, Outrider.
Anything I need? Nope. We'll scrap all those. Get the resources. Oh, I'm maxed out on leather now.
Oh, kinky. What am I at? 372k.
I've got 231k on iron.
103. 256k titanium.
528.
Oh. I'm hoping if I save up the max number of drop pod resources
Mm.
that I can use Tiago when WorldSlayer drops to try and cheese and get some free new legendaries.
Could you imagine if that was the case, Dan? Oh.
I kind
Could you imagine if the reason why we're doing these streams is to be able to get people resources? That's
I know,
crazy,
right?
that is.
As long as it works that way. Obviously, we don't know. Right, so we do have another person in. So in the queue, should I say? We have. Can't remember. William. Sorry, was next, wasn't he? Yeah. So let's go, William.
There we go. See, touching on what Tempest mentioned, I don't think Dev's got the worst tree. Well, I'm trying to think who technically got the worst tree. I think a specific build got the worst tree. And I think that's heck no for... Their minigun didn't really get anything. Which is a shame.
Mm.
Like everything else got everything else got like a buff. So like the pack tree like specifically goes, oh, this skill can get this. Like even the rocket launcher got effect nullification or removal and all that kind of thing, like resistance and take away and all that kind of thing on elite. That even got something, but minigun literally got nothing.
Gets Coliseum, I guess.
And
So DJ saying that he hopes Tiago does not give out three mod gears. I don't know if he does or doesn't, to be honest. But the good thing is with I'm pretty sure anyway with Apocalypse gear, you need, I believe there was another currency, wasn't there? Was it like Apocalypse shards or something? And I
well, it used to be
believe
called dust. And now it's not called dust.
I believe you have to use, or you're going to have to use that as well as everything else to upgrade your
That's
guns.
correct.
So you can't just cheese Tiago to get a level 1 death shield with Dark Sacrifice, Body Snatcher, and
Now,
Fortress.
to be
on
fair,
it.
we can confirm that because that was public knowledge that there was another resource that was going to be needed to increase things. So
Yeah,
when we did our...
so you're not going to be able to... Oh, I've got the wrong gun on. So you're not going to be able to just cheese that way. You are going to have to play and get that upgraded the long way. Which I'm happy with. Are we muted? Are we muted? Am I muted?
I hope not. I feel like everyone's been answering us.
Test, test? No, I don't think I'm muted. I'll shake my head.
Yeah, that'd be really awkward. We've been discussing all this and we've been muted all this time.
And people just happen to have answered the right thing.
Oh, no.
Paul can hear
No.
us just fine on Twitch.
I was going to say, you're definitely coming through on my phone, so...
The Edge tab's been muted. See, that's the problem. You're using Edge. Oh my days. Okay, so my death shield is broken. I genuinely cannot use... Oh, hang on. Nice work that time. Oh, it's working now. It did it again then, though. But yeah, I thought I couldn't use bloody twisted rounds on it.
Yeah, so we do know that pretty much from the very start, you're not going to be able to just cheese Tiago and literally just buy Apocalypse gear. So
if you find the best weapon in the game early on, it could potentially be a struggle to get it up the extra 25 levels. So
This must be the Colosseum.
so Sombra, so the RNG has actually been touched on a little bit by Robbie or the Arkham, whichever you prefer. Not Robbie, Toby.
I was going to
They're
say
separate people. They're separate people, aren't they?
Robbie and Toby, you know, two different real names. So.
I just went with the first one that sprung to mind. So sorry, Toby or the Arkham, depending on which one you know him by. So the RNG will actually feel a little bit more fair the further you go up.
Yeah, the higher tier you are, the better, because it knocks out some of the lower, lesser loot pools.
Yeah, so they have thought about this a little bit. Because obviously, trying to get 3 good mods, it can be a bit of an RNG nightmare. So they have thought ahead for this, and yeah, we should see.
The more sought after things will be more likely dropped. Not necessarily will only be, but more likely. Oh, I just teleported through all. More likely to be dropped at the higher tiers. So yeah, you're not too bad at that. The only thing I'd say is if you do, have a build that wants a tier 1 mod on it, which I'm not sure why it works. But yeah, then you're out of luck. But
why would you want some tier 1 mods, though? Some great tier 1 mods. That's why they're tier 1.
top tier.
Exactly. First tier.
Yeah, it would be quite nice if we could have some sort of recalibration, but I think it would need to be set up so it can't be abused, that you can't just sit there for days and days and days and just, re-rolling until you get the right one. To an extent. RNG, random number generator, so think rolling a 20-sided dice in a way, and that then determines what drop you get, what loot you get, what stats you get. I might 3D print a 20-sided dice.
These creatures. That feral maniac captured them for sport.
I don't know if I'd ever use it, but interesting.
But then you can explain what RNG is then, with your description.
Could do like little challenges, like if I roll a fight, like someone there's roll of 5,
Davo's
and
asked.
then you have to take a shot.
So Davo's asking, would any NPC drop Apocalypse gear? Now,
I
so
think it's
my
going to be the
understanding-
same as now, isn't it? You can get a legendary off any enemy. You're just more
so
likely
if
to do
you
so,
look
aren't you?
closely on the Apocalypse tiers, because it should outline this,
I think that's the last
basically,
monsters,
the higher
but
tier
that
you actually
maniac
go
isn't
in your
too
Apocalypse
happy
tier,
about it.
the more likely you're going to start seeing Apocalypse gear. So it starts off really, really small, and then the higher you go up in difficulty, so the more higher, like the more challenging you make it for yourself, the more likely you're going to start seeing that better gear start to drop as well. So I don't know. We didn't get to see at the very end of like tier 40 or anything like that, so we don't know what it's going to be like on the very hardest difficulty. Like, is it going to be purely because we only got to see the first few levels? But I imagine they'll still make it like a select chance. But as for Tempest, so discussing the pack tree for devs, I think the top tree, while it is primarily for firepower, which there's no avoiding that, it is pretty much directly for firepower, can be used to a decent extent to be able to increase your magazine sizes for anomaly power builds. I can't remember exactly what the other capstones were like, but I know you can use it for that extent. But the bottom, while I do think that the top tree, I don't have much experience with firepower builds because
Not a bad
it's not
shot.
very accessible
he'll
to the
finally
majority
shut
of
up
players when it comes to
Pod is
firepower
ours.
devastator. I do think that the top tree opens it up for people to try that out because it gives just enough of a stat boost on most things to be able to actually deal some damage through all the armor that most of the enemies actually have. Like I said, I don't know how that's going to work in practice. I'll definitely give it a go and then make my judgment from there. But the bottom tree is what's really interesting me because it opens up so much, and the reason why I like it so much is because it opens up Impale for being a really good skill. And the main reason why Impale struggles at the moment is because it doesn't have that much power for the cooldown that it actually has. Whereas the fact that we can increase our damage as standard by increasing our anomaly power, so we get a standard booster just on our skills based on that, and then we've got like an interesting mechanic where we have to use a skill to store up power, to then actually expend our power, to store up our power, to expend our power. I think it will actually make Impales actually hit so much harder, and I think that's going to be the main selling point for me. Because I think Impale on its own is a decent skill. But if I can have something that makes it even better, then you've sold it to me. I do think most of that's going to actually have to come with physically seeing if it actually makes sense. I think on paper it sounds good. But whether in practice it works, that's something we'll have to see. If you just join our own queue.
Sorry, my microphone was muted because I was talking in the background and forgot to unmute it. Sorry, I was just saying, Tim, how's it going, Tim? He just said, hey guys, and bang join. I've put myself in the queue, or Babylon in the queue, because it's not working on Twitch. So, I've done that now, just so we know it's Tim. That's
okay.
fair.
Since you're on Twitch, do you want to grab the code?
And so it'll be Sombra de Onca first.
Okay.
And as it is 10:30, I might close the queue for now, just to see how many we get through.
Fair enough.
Because I do have to get up for before 7 o'clock tomorrow, unfortunately. So do that. Open the chat back up. Hey, don't worry about it, Tim. I'll say we'll get you in after Sombra.
Oh, was your gun work now?
It does.
No. Whee.
Enjoy. Boulder dash is the worst skill.
Some people would say reflect bullets is worse.
Nah.
Mainly because no one really uses it actually as a skill at the moment.
I've spoken.
But I do think that Boulder Dash is worse than reflect bullets.
I've spoken. Boulder dash is worst.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that some people would probably say that reflect bullets would be worse because no one actually uses reflect bullet to reflect bullets.
Yeah, reflect bullets is great against humans. Probably not so much against the little critters.
Does a little bit of damage, but it doesn't do anywhere near enough to kill.
It's a great support skill over as a whole, really.
It's not bad if you use it with auto reflect. I mean, it still doesn't do any damage to beasts that much, really, but you know, at least you're not standing defenseless and just holding up a wall.
Yeah, that's true. Sambra's in, and you're the host, so grab us a Scorchlands, maybe? Do like a classic Scorchland?
Sure, why not?
You're just looking at them thinking, which one should I go for?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, don't you worry, Tempest. I'm going to find a way to be able to make sure all the skills are actually good and usable as soon as WorldSlayer drops. I'll be doing a lot of testing. Actually, there's a point. There's a point.
Cool. It's found the point. Careful. Hopefully it's not too sharp.
No, I'm gonna end the poll that we currently have.
Camp is suffering a water shortage.
I'm gonna start a different poll.
Leading to a dried up lake near the caravel. I believe Monroy's people discovered water deep in the ground and used those pipes to pump it to the caravel. There must be a way to get that system up and running again.
Hey Chris, did you know if each person who's watching right now donated 10 of our local currencies, we'd be absolutely pissed.
That is true.
Interesting fun fact.
There we go. No, I've just seen DJ's comments about mean builds.
No boulder dash.
Oh, you've done the first 30 seconds without me. That's disgraceful.
Why, what were you doing?
I was asking a poll,
Oh.
and then as I got to finish the poll, I realised I'd used too many characters, so then I had to rewrite the poll. That's I'm genuinely curious about this poll. I thought I was curious about the DLC side of things, like the expedition, but because this affects our videos going forward. I'm curious if people genuinely expect us to do the level 40 grind and then do the build video from there. Now, your vote right now gets to shape Babylon in a way, for build videos.
To be fair, I'm thinking I might actually PS what the poll will be on YouTube. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. In that case, if you're
I don't
on,
think
if
Mr.
you're on,
Songs of Rage is doing it on.
I don't know how to do it on
platforms.
Twitch.
I don't know if you can do it. To be honest, we don't do much with Twitch. We were affiliates, was it?
Yeah, yes.
But
Yeah,
then we wanted to continue streaming on YouTube, so we cancelled that in the hope that one day we might grow our Twitch up a little bit with followers again, and maybe reapply. But for now, it's all about the tubes. But
so if you're on Twitch, then in that case, I'll ask the question. You can fill it in the chat then. So we do build videos. If you're new to us on Twitch, so we do build videos over on YouTube for Outriders. So with WorldSlayer, we know there's going to be a big grind ahead of us, adding in so many levels. Do you need, when it comes to build videos, do you need to see it compete at the highest level, which is, I believe, Apocalypse 40?
Yeah.
Right. So obviously level
25 tiers that you can't get unless you pay.
Yeah. Or would you just be happy with the build video, the synergy, and then just being able to, like, every now and then, because it's been advertised as like a really big endgame. Like, it's going to take a long time for each character to be able to get to tier 40.
I
So
think
would
we
you
could do it in a
want to
day.
see character? Okay. So would you need to see every single character get to level 40 for us to then
Yeah,
start
so
doing
Paul
the
says
build?
he'd rather see him at 40, which I must say I probably
It's
agree,
fair enough.
because you probably are going to spend most of your time at level 40. Tier 40, even. Level 40. Same difference, I guess. But.
We're going to lose 10 levels and start doing build videos. There's no right or wrong answer about this. I'm just genuinely curious as to what the consensus of people watching build videos would be. That's all.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's no, you don't necessarily need it to be 40, as Paul says, but it'd be nice to see how it does play at 40, because it could be that something is, the bee's knees at Apocalypse tier 15. It could be just wiping everything out, but then the gains that you get from that build just don't really measure up once you get to higher tiers, maybe. So
That's fair enough. Yeah,
that's my view on
pretty...
it, I think, and I feel like that's where Paul's going with it.
Like I said, just obviously some builds are going to be better than others. They're just considering the modifiers that potentially could be in place, like increased health and, well, we know about some kind of like status and stuff like that. Whether it's going to be status against us or status that we inflict, and like nerf maybe. Some builds are always going to do better than others. Is basically so. I'm just wondering what kind of grind I need to be able to put myself in for. So do I actually...
Do you need to put one day off or 4 days off?
It's in like, do I need to get a character all the way up to 40 to be able to then start looking into build videos? I mean, all my characters will get there eventually anyway.
What day is the 28th of June?
What day?
Yeah. I want to say it's going to be a Wednesday or a Tuesday.
I think it was around about that.
We'll find out in a sec. I was thinking, what do we need to book off, potentially?
Some days.
Hmm?
Some days.
It's a Tuesday. I'll be down with booking Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oof.
And just grinding through it.
I'm gonna have to grind without you then, if that's the case.
Why is that?
I ain't wasting time. I'm gonna book off the rest of the week if that's the case.
Oof.
Needs to be done, Dan. Need to get ahead of the game.
Dunno, I might save some up for Christmas.
Oof. It's gonna be too late then. Game will have been out for 6 months.
Too late for Christmas.
The flood's cleared up. I can reach the pod now.
James Weaver has a friend who says the game is dead. He's not going to play WorldSlayer, but he personally cannot wait to play WorldSlayer.
Oh,
That's the attitude.
well, I'm glad. I was going to say I'm glad he's in that same boat as us. Then. Oh.
I mean, it's true, we couldn't wait. That's why we did play.
That's true. And when we can talk about it, we'll talk about it.
We can talk about it.
Well, we can talk about we were in it. But like, no
No,
details.
I mean, we talked about it the day that it was announced.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that was like half an hour into it. Yeah, the first half an hour was great. I can freely tell you that the first half an hour of it was great.
I didn't say the first 45 minutes was great. Yeah, the old dead game statement. So, I'm having a bit of fun with someone on Twitter at the moment. They decided to go into one of the latest tweets with dead game. So I said to him, like, if it's such a dead game, like, clearly you still have some sort of love for the game because you are here commenting on the game. So which is constantly trying to argue, like, no, dead game. I think he said something like the game launched with a peak of 25,000 players, and look at it now. I think he posted it this morning. There was 860 odd people or something like that playing at that time. I was like, I think you'll find
I think it was like
it launched with 125,000. And that was only Steam, not taking into account consoles, Xbox
Alright,
Game
Zahidi,
Store,
I
and
found one of our pods.
Stadia.
As a bonus, we can all start bathing again.
David.
And also, you have just proven to me with that screenshot that people still do play the game, so it's not a dead game. And making sure that I put a nice smile at the end of every message, and I've called him Honey Bunny, I've called him Buttercup,
For God's sake.
and I think it's just fueling him even more, getting him more angry.
Really? Words like honey bunny? No. You must be joking.
No, I'm telling the truth, Honey Bunny.
William, yes, armor is 100% getting 3 mods as well as weapons. Yeah, 100%. In fact, we did show some of that in one of our videos. So managed to get it in some of my footage within the first 30 minutes of us playing. So 100%. Every single armor piece can come with 3 mods. As for what mods they can come with, good question. We do not know the full table as to what they can come with.
Tim got his copy moments after the WorldSlayer announcement ended.
So did I.
And then you
and then
refunded.
and then I asked for a refund. Not because I'm not interested, but because as ambassadors, I forgot to ask if there is a chance we may get it for free. I didn't think to ask the question first. I just thought, I'm instantly in a hype. I want to buy it. And so I did.
Oof.
Polis 50/50. Oh, okay.
Right, next up
I will
was
say,
Tim,
if
wasn't it?
Polis
Can we
stays
get Tim in?
50/50,
Tim's in the chat now, to be fair.
Yeah. I will say that if the chat stays 50/50, I will be doing build ideas. And then potentially do like another... So I can do both then, really. I can like go, this is the build idea in theory. This is while I'm grinding through Apocalypse tiers. This is how it performs. And then I can... I can do like a follow-up saying Apocalypse 40, this is the best way to be able to gear this up kind of thing. Something like that. Cheapskates. To be fair, Tempest, I was more than happy for them to take my money. I've got no issues with them taking my money whatsoever. They can have it. It's just I got told that it's a good idea to refund it. That's all. If they honestly turned around and they said, you know what, we're not going to actually give free copies out, I'll just instantly go straight back and just pre-order it right now. Good times.
James will be playing and doing carries up until about 11 o'clock, so the queue's closed at the moment, but there might be time for potentially one more once we've done. We've got 2 more at the moment, so it'll be cutting it close, but we'll see. Do the content. Do the content for the best views / income.
Zahidi told us everything.
It's all about that clickbait.
There we go. I've sorted the code out, haven't I? Yeah.
Did you? Yes.
Just because I cannot be bothered to type down, just because I've sent you that picture. That's not the exact one that I've ordered.
Okay. Well, I hope you like my last comment.
Oh, Sombra, thank you so much. Oh, wow, that's... I mean, that honestly means so much. Thank you so much for that.
I think that's a double.
Do you know what? That means I get to crack open a brand new bottle of Jim Beam.
I'm going to go with the... Ooh.
Do you know what's crazy about this Jim Beam, then?
Is it
It's
Red
less
Stag?
alcohol. It's less alcoholic content than the last one that I had.
Is it Jim Beam Red Stag with
is
a
Jim Beam
black
Red Stag.
cherry flavour?
It is? Oh. Mainly because I'm actually interested in this.
No,
But I
great-
also...
greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. As always, so when we get a donation, as you'll see now, we will take a shot of our favourite
Oh,
alcoholic beverage close to hand.
actually, do you know what? There might be just more than a double left in the original bottle. I might just have that.
You probably might as well finish it, I guess. Oh, hang on.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm just gonna
chat that I
I'm
think
just
I
gonna
missed
down
as
this.
well.
Oh,
There's a
Tim
division
showing off with
YouTuber
his
that
chair.
every day would post the best build of all time. In some cases, he would just change one piece or one talent or one weapon. It might
that,
not be
sorry?
wrong. Paul Oaktree has said that there's a division YouTuber that every day would post the best build of all time. In some cases, he would just change one piece or or one talent or one weapon. It might be that, to be fair, he's discovered that is the best at the time. But yeah, he probably is just going, oh...
But if he's done the same
clickbait.
video like seven in a row, he's just gone one, just changed one piece here and there and there and all of that.
Oh, for God's sake,
Right,
Tempest. You're going to have to open that second bottle.
Oh, balls. Go, all right, let's down this first one.
I've only got a dirty mug, so it's going straight from the bottom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is
Actually, I don't...
a cheers to Sombra.
Oh, the spit in the bottle is... Oh, that's rancid. Oh. Oh, that's horrible.
Sombra
You're
says-
supposed to shake whiskey. That's disgusting.
Sombra says no shot required, but you've just taken it.
Oh. Every other shot I've had of this Jim Beam has been all right, and
Cheers,
then that
Tempest.
last one, Do you know what? I've been looking for an excuse to open up the Red Stag, so I'm going to open it anyway. So,
Oh, that is good stuff.
don't mix your drinks, kids.
I mean, you are Jim Beam.
Unfortunately,
It's
I
the
can't
same.
open the lid. Oh, here we go. I found it. There we go. Oh, that smells nice. Ooh. Cherry.
The upgrade, so the upgrade would be, if you own the game already on PS5, then the upgrade is that you just buy the DLC for whatever the price. What you said it was like £28, 30, or something like that.
About £30. Actually, that's
£30
quite nice.
where it is. It was really nice, the red stag, to be fair. I looked at it in Tesco the other day and thought, can I justify buying that? I was like, I've got a shelf full of other stuff to go through, really, so probably not.
I've never had that before.
Yeah, so the upgrade is only as if you've already got the game. The higher price one, which I think was like £55. Oh, DJ.
Alright, DJ.
I've got to drive in the morning.
Guess someone's having water before they can get to bed.
I have a nice big mouthful of water anyway before I sleep. I'll take that shot in a second. Then yeah, so the higher price one, which I think was around like 55, was it 54 or something similar? That'll be for the if you're buying the whole game plus WorldSlayer again.
We were talking about alcohol stuff. I was wondering what kind of bottle you were talking about for £55.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. I was telling my dad about the streams and all that kind of thing. My dad's a massive.
What's the door opens? Oh god, I really should have got my dad to buy me another bottle of this. He went to the shop where I sell it, Trentham today. Sorry. I was like, oh, what's there? Can you check the price? So it's less than 20 something pounds. Buy me a bottle, and then he must have forgot to check. Oh no, he forgot to tell me what it was and ask if I wanted it. Because like we're halfway home now, but it's 25 quid. I went, yeah, I can get it cheaper.
Okay. So my dad is a fairly big whiskey drinker. He likes.
Cheers,
whiskey.
DJ.
Well, he mostly collects it.
Connect 4.
Oh no, you wouldn't connect 4 of them. Oh no, way too much. But yeah, so he was telling me, I was like, oh, I've just bought this bottle of Jim Beam, and I was wondering what you thought of it and all that kind of things. And I know you've probably had it before, and he was like, oh, it's great, blah blah blah. He said, oh, you should have let me know. I've got all these whiskies that I don't drink at home, so I could have saved myself a little bit of money. But it was like talking about all these different whiskies, and he's got like a Jameson's Gold Reserve, which you can't even buy anymore, and we should knew that at the time because he would have bought another bottle because it's just gone up in price every single time. And I like half jokingly said to him, I said, can you imagine like if at one point Chum takes off a little bit more and for shots I'm downing Johnny Walker Blue Label. And to give you an idea, if you're not a whiskey drinker,
Connoisseur is what you're trying to say? Whiskey connoisseur, yeah.
I
don't want to put words into your mouth, but I will put alcohol into your mouth.
Thanks. Is around about £150 a bottle. So it's just like
in the grand scheme of things, that ain't much really.
No, it's not much. And then he proceeded to tell me a story about that happened at my uncle's hotel.
Oh yeah, where they had bloody $3,000 shots and stuff like that. No, it was 600 quid a shot, wasn't it?
Even better story than that. But it's to do with
I assume it was to do with. That's what I'm saying, like to do with the £600 per shot.
Yeah, so I believe it's the same one. So for £600 a shot, there's this top shelf whiskey because the bottle is just ridiculously expensive. But the bartender was fairly new, and he accidentally put it through as £60 a shot. And yeah, imagine the dismay of finding out that.
If I was there, I would have bought a shot for 60 quid just to try it. 600 quid, no. 60 quid, I think I would have. It would have hurt, but I would have done it just to see what it's like.
And we've convinced somehow in our stream. We've convinced, through the use of Tempest, we've convinced someone to pre-order WorldSlayer.
Ooh.
We've done our job as marketers.
It's good to know that Outriders can like pull people in who aren't a fan of the genre.
It keeps things fairly basic, doesn't it? You know, it does a good job. Like you look at like Lost Ark, for example. Lost Ark, granted, is more of like an MMO, I suppose, in a way. But you like look at the stats and all the percentages and the min-maxing that's in that, and you're like, oh, Jesus, really? And then you come to Outriders, and you're like, oh, there's this piece that's got an armor mod on it. That's what I want. That's what I want for my builds and all that kind of thing. It's
It's
not.
a bit more basic, isn't it?
It's
not a
not
bad
as
thing.
in depth. Oh, I've run out.
It's
of
no
time.
it's no Path of Exile, but
Oh Jesus.
the RNG in now, which was like you have to get a 6-piece. Okay, all 6 pieces have to be linked.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 1% chance. And of those 6 pieces linked, you need 3 red, 2 green, 1 blue. Okay, and what's that? That's a 0.1 chance on that. On top of that. Oh, okay. I'll go buy one then.
How much is your time left to you?
To be fair, I don't drink. I literally drink on stream.
Yeah, it's crazy.
As I described
mean,
to someone the other day, I tend to only drink when I get paid to.
I just think it's crazy the fact that there's not wine shops. There's like whiskey shops out there that have a bottle that's like 150 grand, and it's like let me put this into perspective. It's like, do I buy myself a house, or do I buy myself a bottle of whiskey? It's like, what do I buy? It's such a difficult decision. Something I can sleep in, or something that's going to put me to sleep. If
I was just about to say, like, when you said something I can sleep in, I was like, that will make you sleep. Was I just talking about Path of Exile? I was talking about Path of Exile.
Fine. Long time no see. Yeah, no, that's fully our plan. So basically, yeah, that's what the poll's for. So to find out, basically, do people want it to be
You can get a house
tier 40
anytime.
viable? That's true.
Or
But
get put
does it have
into
to
a
be
council
Apocalypse
house
tier 40?
and then buy the whiskey. Or buy the whiskey, then get a council house.
God's sake. So yeah, so we're just trying to decide if it needs to be Apocalypse tier 40 to be able to make a build, or does it not? And at the moment, the majority is no, it doesn't matter the level at the moment. So I think what we'll do, currently, unless we've got some other votes on Twitch.
GG, Tim. Thanks for joining us.
Oh Jesus!
Have you just
Just took my shot.
bottle
from DJ,
just
thanks,
bit
Steve.
you? Nickelback. Never change.
Best band. Nickelback is best band.
I
Never Stay
listened
is
to
best
them
class.
on the way back from
Do you know why? Because they're both rock.
Canterbury. Had some good tunes on the way back from Canterbury, actually. Bit of Pretty Reckless, bit of Hailstorm.
Ooh.
I felt like I possibly had a bit of Rick Astley at some point.
Oh.
As we've already determined, 56 days until WorldSlayer Divine. 56 days.
We'll be
I'm
literally
sure
straight onto that build.
We'll talk
Grind.
to you about that very, very soon.
Ooh. Tempting.
We are continuing the Outriders, and my memory's not the best, but I'm pretty sure Divine has said to me that he is definitely down for hopping in for another one. We've got one
I'm just happy that
more,
we've
I think.
got a hidden surprise.
Oh, we have.
A very special guest. But
Me.
too early to tell you too much other than that.
I'm going to message him probably tomorrow and just see when...
Ooh.
Or her. Ooh.
Wow, you've just let the cat out of the bag right there. That's
I know, right. Who's our last? So William. You're the last
So
one
William's
before I get
next,
to
yeah?
go to bed.
so Williams now, yeah.
Yeah. Where is it?
So yeah. So here you go. Here's a chance to be able to guess. We'll neither confirm nor deny. Well, we might do. But who would be the best person to be able to get on the Outsiders podcast?
It'd be interesting to see what you get drop-wise at 40. Is it going to be worth getting to that level, or could you still play okay around 25? Oh, it's going to be a challenge at 40, isn't it? It's going to be one of those things that I do wonder, is it going to be 40 is going to be, well, you're probably going to die no matter what you do? Or is it going to be, as long as you are geared up for, was it level 75 gear, then it's going to be no different to current, I guess? Maybe? But we'll see. Paul says, I hope we continue streaming on Twitch. Propose a presentation in here to YouTube, which I think we are going to continue. We've got the multi-stream anyway for, it's like another 8 months or something, 9 months. So if we see that it's actually worth keeping, then we will do, I think. It's
Zeus Prime.
If I'm being honest, it's whether or not monetary wise it actually does hold its value for us to use Streamlabs Prime to actually stream to multiple different platforms. Don't know. What do you think? At the moment, do you think it's actually worth it for what we've done so far?
I think it's given us a bit of more of a reach. Like
Yeah.
we've got YouTube, we've got Twitch. It'll be interesting to see how Twitch takes off with WorldSlayer. I think that'll probably be the main thing that will tell for us. But I don't think it's really harming being able to. I mean, if there's a decent deal like we've managed to grab with it, then I wouldn't be against it. Just because when you look at it like per month, I think it's decent. I was a bit skeptical at first, I will say, but I think it has got better. Well, I've come round to understanding, appreciating it more.
I think personally, at the moment, I don't think it's quite. We're not quite getting value for money, but it's something we need to build upon, isn't it? So we used to stream on Twitch beforehand, anyway. Before we had a name for ourselves, which I guess we don't really at the moment still, but more so than we did back then. We had 117 subscribers on YouTube and 400 followers on Twitch, thereabouts. And we sort of gave up on the streaming life, really, and we moved to YouTube to do some actual videos for Outriders, really. But I think I'm happy to continue multi-platform at the moment, and then
Yeah, we'll know by the end of the year. It's still worth it. Zeus Prime, I think I actually played a game with Zeus earlier in the week, if I remember right.
is it something you
Is
can't
Zeus
talk about?
the one that's in the something I can't talk about? Is Zeus the one that's I think Dake knows as well, if I remember right? That's who I was teamed up with at the time. So if it's the same one, it
I've
seems
run
a
out
bit
of
too
ammo, but I'm spamming my skill in the hope that I find an enemy very soon. Teleport to reload. There we go. And that is why Trickster is the best.
No.
It has a bullet skill. Yeah, so it's Devastator. It's reflect bullets.
Devastator, we already know Devastator is God. There's literally no denying it.
in the name.
There's literally no denying.
Yeah. Cheers, Paul. No, we're trying anyway. We're hoping that we sort of reach out to more people as well. Obviously, there is 100% monetary gain for us, but at the same time, we do enjoy helping as well. That's why we do the streams.
Yeah.
To get people
Well,
what they
that's why
want
we
as
do
well.
videos as well, to be able to do like legendary guides. The guides are there to be able to help people. That I mean, it all kind of came about because I just loved Outriders that much that I genuinely thought it was going to be a game that I was going to be able to do content on. And after watching like content creators like Moxie and Moxie was the main one, but I did watch like a little bit of like DPJ back in the day. Just like general build kind of ideas for like RPGs, just because I really wanted to be able to compete at the highest level. And you know, I thought, do you know what, we could give that a go ourselves and just see how it goes on. And overall, been largely successful. I mean, I never thought we would have a video that would push 30k views. You know,
It's not just me, Tempest. Tempest says that he does the same on his tricks as well. Just out of ammo, spam, spam, spam.
So you know, it's nice gratification for the work.
Ascension does
And, I mean,
sound like it's gonna be good fun actually. This
And I'm
Ascension gear.
enjoying doing the work as well. I'm enjoying doing the work.
I'll be damned.
You put in the
There's a time
work.
where
You put in the hours.
And there's a lot
I swear
of
to God, if you finish that,
You stay hungry.
I swear, I will divorce you if you carry on.
You devour. That's all I know. I don't know the rest now. Don't worry.
I mean, that's enough, isn't it? Really. I mean,
Who here enjoys the rocks singing? I'm gonna be honest. I don't really enjoy it. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's good.
what is the point of this conversation? Then I'm so confused.
I accept that he's attempted to sing a song.
Okay.
In fact, he sung a couple. He sung
Well, I didn't mind
Moana and all that, isn't he?
Yeah, I
But
didn't
he's
mind
not Moana,
that one.
obviously. Can you imagine? He's Moana.
What can I say? I didn't mind that song. I thought that was kind of funky. But there was just something about that Devour song that was just really grinds my gears.
100% Paul. So we are doing it for our enjoy. Like we enjoy doing it. We're not necessarily here for
Oh yeah, we wouldn't be.
a payday. Obviously, we accept anything. We don't expect it, but we accept it. It makes life easier for us with being monetized because it means that we can buy the games that we love and want to do videos on in a way for free.
Anyway,
We don't make nearly enough
just consider-
to quit our jobs.
Corrigan.
I just consider it a hobby that pays for itself in a way. You know,
What would
it's
you use the metal for? Weapons?
you know anything we need to be able to improve the videos or anything like that. You know, like the hobby itself pays for it.
I mean, we've paid for things like intros. We've paid for
Video
software.
software, the games themselves.
So it all goes
I
towards
think we've had a couple of upgrades to like setups and stuff like that. So, which you need to be able to do to be able to stay on top. And sometimes a random bottle of alcohol for in case people actually donate.
Gauntlets of the Cannonball. Should we continue the cannonball counter?
I think we should do a brand new counter as soon as WorldSlayer drops. One, because I think it's going to be harder to be able to get Cannibal. Part of me wants to say that we do a shot every single time we get a Cannibal on that, then because of how diluted the loot pool should be when it comes to it.
You just know they're going to put 99% drop rate on cannonballs.
I'm not being funny. The first run on the beta, the literal first run with the trials.
You can't really say anything.
No, I can because
No.
the literal.
No, because you're about to say things that aren't publicly available.
What Cannibal?
You said a word there that's not publicly available.
Which bit?
Began with a T.
We know about that.
No one knows about that, do they?
Do we not?
It's not been announced.
I thought they said they went.
Nope.
No. I actually thought I saw something. Oof. Oh shit, this is why I don't drink.
Anyway, you got a cannonball. Cool.
Anyway, yeah, got a Cannibal. No,
Take a
we
shot
do know about it. No, we do know about it because Play-Doh did a video on it.
We know the name, but that's it. You can't talk about what.
Yeah.
Temper says cancelled. They mentioned the name in the broadcast, but they never said what it is. So
No, but Play-Doh did.
even so, I think we should steer clear of it
Probably should do.
for now.
For now.
For now.
Anyway.
Well, we'll call it there because I do have to be up in 8 hours and in work. I have a drive ahead of me, so I can't stay any longer because I might have to take more shots. We'll be back. Will we be back Monday?
I should be around for Monday, yes. I won't be around for Thursday, though.
Me neither.
No? Good times. So you'll catch us on Monday.
And then I'll be back possibly the Thursday after.
Oh, in that case, maybe I'll sort something for the Monday, then.
Possibly. I can't remember what time my flight
I'm
lands.
anyway till Saturday, so...
But we'll
Anyway.
see.
We'll
Yeah,
drop
thanks.
we'll drop a stream schedule in the Discord and we'll figure it out. So
Yeah.
if
sounds
you want to
good.
know what's happening next week, then
We'll pop it on
just
Twitter
keep
as well.
and there as well.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching all, and keep yourself safe. Keep yourself well.
And enjoy.
I knew he was going to say that. But also, I forgot to say thank you everyone for the donations and for making us drink.
Thanks so much.
I say that
Honestly,
from the bottom of my heart.
From the bottom of his glass.
The bottle, actually. I don't use a glass.
Oh, okay. From the bottle then.
Enjoy.